with you, well, dear, I am going away. I am not inclined here to stay.
Then B through E strikes me as being the same thing over and over again. Ship orders accurately, completely, maintain sound records, answer inquiries, complaints, adjust billing problems. All that has to do with just your paperwork, having that in order. So, if you have Quicken or something like that, fine, use that. If you have no accounting program, I like one called MYOB, Mind Your Own Business. Fully integrated, $100, $120 for the basic version, PC version, or a Mac version, your choice. So I highly recommend that. If you have no bookkeeping, accounting software at all, that's the one. So that, you sit down, and then here again, you don't write a contract. You say, I'm glad you're going to take our line. This is what we discussed. This is what we agreed on. If this does not meet with your understanding, again, put it in the negative. Please let me know. I'll be happy to discuss it more. Then you've got it in a file. If something goes wrong downstream, they pull out their copy, you pull out your copy, review what you discussed. There it is in writing. It's not a contract, but it is a contract. Better than. Okay. So questions on that? So what is the game plan then? Going through this for, now that you got the sample, the price on it, and you got the reps, what's the game plan? Well, we want to get enough orders to cover suppliers minimum in a workable amount of time profitably. Say we're selling 4 units at a time, and our minimum is 500 pieces. Is it? Yeah, 500 pieces. So we need 125 orders. 4 times 125 is 500 pieces. So that's our minimum from our supplier overseas. Okay. So we need to get enough orders to cover suppliers minimum. In what work time frame do we need this? So we look at January, February, March. In gift and housewares, I'll use that. You can extrapolate into your industry from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got the lion's share of retail sales takes place in the fourth quarter, of course. When do the retail buyers at those stores go out into the field to place their orders for the products they're going to sell in the fourth quarter?
First quarter?
First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth. I've heard everything. I've seen everything. And what I see commonly is maybe delivery dates like September 1. That's a common delivery date. But when they place orders, there's so many factors. They're always late, rush it. I mean, that's so common with the interest rates or floods or some other problem that happens that kind of throws things off. But there's usually enough orders happening the first quarter for the fourth quarter that you ought to be able to get it covered. 40% of the Christmas ornaments sold in the United States are sold outside the fourth quarter. So you'll see at the first show, back up here, in gift and housewares, there's 2 trade show cycles. One weekend after another, starting in Atlanta, Georgia. Starts on a Saturday, goes through Wednesday, World Congress Center. 50,000 buyers from the territory descend on Atlanta to place orders for their retail store, stock up after Christmas and all that kind of thing. Well, you'll see buyers, this is the first weekend after New Year's, buyers who put their Christmas ornaments on 75% sale last week are now coming in and ordering Christmas ornaments. Now, why are they doing that? Well, for next year. And 40% of the Christmas ornaments are sold outside the fourth quarter. So they're testing what's new. They're placing small orders for what's new. And if you're in the Christmas ornament business, this is a great time to introduce January. Okay, of course you'll get lion's share. Selling ceramics in San Francisco, it was every year, we would be one of maybe a dozen companies that would get picked by Macy's for their San Francisco downtown store. And then the next quarter, it would go down to 6, then it was down to 3, then 2 for the fall. 2 big lines where they stack it high and watch it fly. So I've gotten some of the biggest orders I've ever seen in October, September and October, where you have to go tell the Japanese to go into 24-hour production and start air freighting in and all sorts of other things to make it happen. But so that process of the trade show cycles, first weekend after New Year's, the game plan in this instance would be, okay, we're going to take January, February, March, and see if we get enough orders to cover the supplier's minimum. We're going to then we're going to take a month to order, produce, and a month and a half to get it delivered. So we'll make our first shipments here at late June. Okay, we'll start making our first shipments in late June. That's our game plan. So we go through January, February, March. The best case scenario is you get 125 orders, right? That's the best case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? 0 orders? Is 0 orders worst case scenario? Why? Yeah, you know what to do with 0 orders. Do nothing. And what's nice about 0 orders is it took an awful lot of people to come in and tell you no, wrong shape, weight, speed, function, material. So you're home free. You're lucky you got 0 orders. Worst case scenario is not 0, not 125. It's somewhere in between, halfway there. 62 orders, legally binding on you, legally binding on the buyer and the seller. Now what do? 62 orders. These are real companies that's placed signed purchase orders with you. Now what are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. Because you have a passion for the product, right? You're going to say 62 people placed orders with me. They're legally binding orders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a whole load. And I'm going to bring it in, I'm going to sell those 62, and I know I'll cut price or I'll do something to get rid of the balance. Whoa, slow down. Why? If you got 62 orders, not even 125 confetti orders thrown at you, and the confetti orders from Nordstrom's, if you don't even get 125 confetti orders thrown at you, 62 orders, that means that still a lot of people told you no. No, it is wrong shape, wrong speed, wrong function, wrong flavor, wrong color, wrong something. So you got all this feedback. So now that you know it's wrong, don't go ahead and buy it. Just don't ship it to those people. Okay, there's 62 people that place orders with you, just don't ship it. Now, but wait, won't they sue you? Now remember what these are, these confetti orders. These are gift and house orders, these are $100, $150, $200 orders. Are they going to sue you for not shipping a $200 order? No.
Well,
Is your reputation going to be shot? You don't have a reputation. You're insignificant. Nobody knows and nobody cares about your business. Correct? This is something marginal. They threw confetti at you. If you don't deliver, nobody's going to care. It truly doesn't matter. It's the benefit of your insignificance.
So what do you do with the money that because haven't they?
No. They haven't paid you.
Right.
No.
Who just paid a contract? Okay, so you're not just like walking out for the money because otherwise.
No one's going to do
Yeah.
that. They've thrown these orders out to you, and this is why another reason why they throw this confetti out. They don't expect it all to be shipped.
Right.
how's it legally binding though?
It's legally binding because under the Uniform Commercial Code of the United States, it is legally binding.
If someone places an order,
Under the Uniform Commercial Code, if I place an order with you, you're obliged to take it, I'm obliged to ship it.
so just say, something doesn't go through with production or something, but you have full orders, all those companies can legally sue you?
Yes, it happens at the big business level. Kmart and that kind of stuff, when they've cleared out shelves, when they've advertised and all that, they'll present a bill if you don't deliver. That's another reason why they don't want to work with small people, because they can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. But they can out of Squid, or they can out of Johnson & Johnson. Then Johnson & Johnson delivers. So for us, these stores, they throw all these confetti orders at us. If we don't deliver, they don't care. It just doesn't matter. It's not going to break their system. I mean, remember, it's a small test little order. Okay?
Stepping out of the hills and